Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing a part 2 of my unpopular opinions video, and I'm just going to be stating my unpopular opinions that I could find that I actually agree with. So this one says toxicity is not cute. I personally agree with this because there's no reason for you to be toxic to people like that. You should just talk about what your problems are and all stuff. And I understand that for some people, it's hard to know what your problem is, all that stuff, but it's just not fair to you to go around and to be this awful, heinous person, and then you have this other person that you're like, oh, they did something wrong, but in reality is that they did nothing, and you're just an awful human being. This one says just because people don't prefer gays does not mean they are homophobic. Personally, with that whole thing, I just leave that to rest. If y'all want to be gay, that's your business. If y'all want to be straight, that's your business. That has nothing to do with me. That's my opinion. Do what you want with your life because it has nothing to do with me. It's okay for men to cry. Personally, I have no problem with men crying. My problem with men is when they want women to do everything. They do nothing. They put in nothing. And to them, it's okay. And they don't understand, like, what they're doing wrong. Like, my thing is, I love traditional men. Like, I will submit. I will cook. I will clean. I will do everything. But my own problem is that I will not do those things if the man can't provide. If he cannot provide, he cannot problem solve, he cannot do what's necessary, then I'm not going to submit. So I have no problem with men crying. I think that it's okay to cry, but my problem is when there are men that aren't like traditional and they like do like these things that are like very, very not upsetting, but it's upsetting and annoying. They can't provide, they can't problem solve, they can't do anything, and they expect the woman to do everything, and then they expect the woman to lead them and follow them into the problems. And like, no, I'm not doing that. I will submit to you when you've proven to me that you can provide, you can problem solve, you can do all the shit that you need to do as a man. But until then, you're not getting that. So as seeing men cry, I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal to me. This one says any race can be racist, but only white people get called out for their racism. I agree with that, but the whole reason why only white people get called out for their racism is because it's been proven down in like historical times, and people got like sick of them being racist and stuff. So people just got tired of being racist and they put their foot down. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are other races that can be racist, like they will make certain racist jokes, certain stereotypes, certain annotations. But the reason why white people why they always get called out is because they've seen it time and time again, and people just got tired of it. And people finally put their foot down and like, I'm not gonna allow you to be racist or treat me bad because of my skin color. And yes, people have like reverse racism, and where a black person is racist to another person, usually like a white person or whatever. But I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like that's like their get back of where like, oh, this person was racist to me, or oh, this person did this person did that, or slave or whatever. So in their eyes, it's like, oh, they've done all this shit, I'm gonna do it right back to them. So they reverse it. That's like literally what it is. And I will say that both is wrong, but that's just how some people are. Everyone is so pressed nowadays about everything. I feel like, yes. I feel like when it comes down to a lot of things, especially the LGBTQ community, they get pressed very, very much. And you don't have to be sensitive about everything. Like, there's some things that you should be sensitive about, but you can't be sensitive about everything. You'll never get to be a human being that way. There are only two genders. I agree with this. There's only male and female. I don't know how the whole other genders or whatever got together, because I just feel like it's TikTok that did this stuff. Because like, you on TikTok, you will see them create a new gender every day and create new gender pronouns every day, and it's gonna be a lot if you want to follow up to that stuff. But that's just my opinion. leave Christians alone if they don't support LGBT, because y'all will literally put every Bible verse of sin in a video when y'all know nobody's perfect. I personally say to that is that if a Christian does not I am so sorry for that. I want to apologize. I'm just used to getting used to this app because on my phone, I create videos and everything. I'm used to using like 2 apps to get everything done. But then I'm realizing I actually don't need 2 apps. I just need this one app and my video will be out and it will be like way easier for me to do. So as I was saying, if there's a Christian and they don't support the LGBTQ, that's literally, like I said, their business, because like that's how their religion works and that's what their religion is based on and that's what they have in the Bible. Same thing for Muslims. They don't celebrate the LGBTQ either because in the Quran it says not to. Same same stuff that I said for like whatever. Christians or whatever. There are a lot of religions I feel like people don't realize because they keep focusing on the Christian religion that don't celebrate the LGBTQ. They don't celebrate their, like, what they celebrate because they stick to their rules, they stick to their religion, and they stick to whatever holy book that they're reading or whatever holy book that they follow. And that is why they are the way that they are and how they work and why they do certain things. And I agree with the nobody's perfect thing, but I go to a certain limit because there are people that do heinous things and are bad people. But if you learn from it and you become a better person, then that's different. But that's my take on what I think and how I feel about these said opinions. This opinion is the one that I agree with the most when it comes down to everything, especially as a girl. I honestly want to tell you, I am one of those girls that get it awful during their time of the month. Like, I'm talking about PMS, cramps, headaches, tiredness, sore feet, nausea, just like everything that comes with the period is what I literally experience. And I remember times where I would literally have to hold my stomach when I went to school, or I physically could not walk because I was in so much pain, or like I would rock back and forth, or I would have to hold something or have to rock something because the pain of them was just so bad, or the nausea would just kill me. I personally believe this, and for me, I would literally take my days off just so I wouldn't have to go to school because I was literally in so much pain. It didn't matter how much medication that I took, it just would not help. And that's the thing. That's one thing I always hate about people, but when it comes down to males and stuff like that, when they talk about period, because it's not all of them, but there's some of them. The first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Oh, why don't you just take medication?" And that's the thing. Medication doesn't work for everybody. And I have personal experience with this because I've been taking medication since I was like little to like get over the period pain, and they didn't work. I think the most that has ever happened to me was the stuff that I take now from the doctors, and that's literally it. What else was I saying? Yeah. And it was like, it's either like they work for a little bit and then they stop working, or they don't work at all. But now it's like gotten a little better and they work a little. I honestly agree with this one to a T. I feel like the music industry is just a place in where like y'all have colorism, you have futurism, texturism, and all stuff. Like, if y'all pay attention, your favorite music artists that are on the top look a certain way, act themselves a certain way, and just operate a certain way in the industry. And if they don't operate that certain way, they're not gonna get the recognition or support and stuff like that. For example, I like Ice Spice, but y'all can't deny her music isn't that good. I feel like if it wasn't for certain like things, I feel like there would be a lot more different artists that would get the recognition they deserve. Like Flo Milli, who else? SZA. I'm not saying SZA does not get the recognition she deserves, like, but like You know, those are the girls that should be at the top. Well, at least to me. Who else? I'm trying to think of others. I can't remember, but those ones to me, I feel like should be at the top. No offense. Like, I dig Ice Spice, but y'all can't sit here and tell me that she's a writer. She's not. But, you know, she tries.
I
And
agree
that's
with
what's
this to a
important, but
T.
she's
I don't
not
know
a
why people
writer.
always hated the idea of uniforms. When I was younger, I hated the idea of uniforms because I wanted my individuality and whatever. But when I got older and everything, and I got into like,
I started to realize that, in fact, that the importance of individuality and clothes and all that stuff is good and everything, but for school, it's just a place to learn. It's better you just have uniform that you just wash, like, down the line, you know, have wash day, put in uniforms, you just wash them, you just rewear them to like the end of school, and then like you have your clothes, you go somewhere, I don't know, the park, movies, beach, whatever, go somewhere that you need to go, you have your nice clothes to wear, better than having to like dig through your nice clothes and you have to like decide, oh, am I gonna wear this to school or am I gonna wear this to going out? And I'd rather just not do that. I'd rather just like wear the uniform and be done with it. This one says beer is disgusting. Personally, I've never tasted a beer in my life, so I do not know, and I would not know about that unpopular opinion. This one says Old Boy is a bad movie. I've never seen that movie a day in my life, so I would not know. TikTok is trash. I personally believe TikTok is trash. I feel like it's just an app where a bunch of clout chasers and people that will do literally absolutely anything and everything for attention go. And because they know how social media works, people will share the video, get them views, get them likes, get them paid, and they'll have the revenue, the royalties, and the camera in their face. And they'll keep doing it because they just want the money. So I agree TikTok is trash. I would say 2% of the time they actually do positive things on TikTok, but they really don't. The half of the time, TikTok is awful. This one says DC slash Marvel are both overrated. I really never cared about DC or Marvel. I only watched them because they have like family edits or like romance edits, but I prefer the more friendship family edits that they have on YouTube than over the romance because I don't really care for their romance like that. Y2K fashion is horrible. Y2K fashion is uncomfortable. I don't really care for like that. It's the thing you buy from some store. You put it in your closet, you wear it like once and then you never wear it again. That's how I feel about Y2K fashion. It's cute, but it's not something you wear multiple times. It's something you wear to a party once or you wear out once to be cute. It's not something you wear every day. Not something you wear a couple of times. It's something you wear once or twice and that's it. That's how I feel about Y2K fashion. Android is better than Apple. I don't know about that, honestly. As an Apple user, I would say Apple is good, but I feel like Apple's problem might be like their products break down sometimes, they're super expensive, their security is something else, and now apparently you have to like buy storage, which to me is absolutely foolishness. It's just a way to get money out of you. Techno music is unbearable. I've never heard of techno music before, so I do not know. Overuse quotes are popular for a reason. I actually agree with that. Bisexuality doesn't equal polyamory. I don't. Y'all need to go not do that for yourself. I don't know. This one says positive psychology versus mindfulness versus yoga plus meditation are bullshit. Personally, what I would say about that is I am a person that's very spiritual. I love meditating. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel lighter. It helps me with my choices in life. It makes me become more like known to my goals and what I want. So I have to disagree with that part of yoga and meditation. I love that. I live for that. The positive psychology versus mindfulness, I feel like that can be toxic because sometimes in life, things don't come the way that you want to, and sometimes things have to happen in your life for you to get better or for you to get what's necessary and what's needed in your life. So I agree with that part of it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, y'all.